Yo, what's good, YouTube? We back again, bro, with another freaking Diablo build. Today we're doing Affliction. This is the Affliction Blight build. This one is way stronger than the Shadow Blight build. At the moment, the Shadow Blight build has some okay procs, but the Affliction Blight build with the right stuff on it, man, is really hitting like a freaking truck, bro. Like this thing is hitting like Blood Wave without the oh my god, bro. It's hitting hard, bro. Honestly, it's hitting like a tank, bro. What we did was we put the aspect of the damned on the weapon. Okay, we did that. Okay, and then we did pretty much crowd control on our board. We got crowd control, the crowd control gloves that gives you a multiplicative damage bonus. You got that on your gloves. Then we got the maxed out greater feats. I got lucky enough to get this because Sever Boy. I got lucky enough to get this, so we got a maxed out greater feast ring. So that's maxed out, and that's helping with our damage. We also didn't have enough space, so on our bar for skills. So instead of we using the quacks, we got 10 watts to put our decrepify so we can just destroy everything instantly and we don't have to really do anything. We can just keep attacking and nothing else. It's really helpful. Like it's really cool. Um, you can always change your runes. Runes are interchangeable, which is really good. Um, I would say this build is pseudo expensive, and it's not that easy to build. It's almost the only good thing about this build is if you get an amulet, you can just build on that a little bit later. But the amulet, whatever amulet you have, that's a good any Ebon Piercer amulet is pretty much a good amulet, right? Whereas like most builds don't really have a good amulet. The Ebon Piercer amulet is a really good amulet, so that's pretty much what's carrying your build. Then for your weapon really it depends on you on how you want to build it. I'm using pure damage on my weapons, and my lucky hit chance is going applying to my freaking rings for my primary cost. I need primary resources cost. I need to keep up my primary resources. So the best way I can sustain that is using it on my ring instead of my weapon because I can't, for some reason, again, I said in my last video that it's very hard for me to even get that. So we're doing pit 90s. Crazy thing is I couldn't do a pit 90 with my server build at all. My server's still in the 70s, 80s. But right now, this build is going crazy. Consistent billions. I mean 1 to 5 billions right now without the Ring of Starless Skies. That's very insane, bro. That's equal to Blood Wave, and it's doing some really good numbers if you have the good build and a really good Paragon board. Um, and I think my Paragon board is very mediocre. I'm really using my Sever board, and I changed out some things. Not using Overpower, instead I'm just using Max Life and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think the board is doing pretty good. We got Piranado, so we can get the crowd control effects. We need those crowd control effects because honestly, I'd rather have concuss on my boots for the damage, and we have we have the daze boots, and we have the crowd control legs. So we need all that damage. Okay, that's those are the aspects we really want. Our legs and our boots. Okay. Again, as we were talking about aspects and everything, for your sacrifices, right? Just clearly you want the shadow damage. Also, I missed out one. Speaking of sacrifice, I missed out one aspect, which is the aspect of the sacrifice. Don't if you don't have Starless, then you can use the sacrifice. If you do have Starless, then you just replace it with the Starless Skies. Okay, that's all. Very quick. Okay, I'm going to do a quick rundown of everything like that. You see me grouping enemies. You see me flying through them. I would say right now at this point, because pits are taking a little bit longer, you're not going to be flying through pits as fast. I did like once or twice in these pits. I was just trying to rush to make a video because my last video it was a Shadow Blight build. Me trying to specifically get into the Shadow Blight, which the damage was able to hit 1 billion damage. to 2 billion damage, which is actually good, but this one is doing 2 to 5 billion damage. So both builds are very good, but the difference is the Shadow Blight is proccing multiple times, so the damage can probably get higher depending on what you have and how many open slots you have. I think Shadow Blight is really good early on. Affliction is also good early on too. They're both good. They're both good, honestly. Depending on what you like to do, depending on how you like your setup, you know, what you want to do is how you want to build your stuff. Honestly, either one is cool. They're both good. And so I think I just had the wrong aspects in the wrong slots. That's the only reason why the damage was going so different. So one is doing like 1 to 2, 3 billion. This one is doing 1 to 5 billion consistently, and like 700 millions consistently, just without effort, just 2 hits, 2 shots, just exploding. So I'm talking about this in detail. Before I even label things, I wanted to talk about this. It's go to my pit 90. The pit 90. I was really rushing this. I feel like I could have easily did it if I wasn't rushing this, because I literally just made my last video, which is the Shadow Blight version. I was rushing because I had an idea, and I was like, oh wait, let me try to switch it to Affliction real quick and do that, And then I was like, oh okay, let me try Affliction, and I seen a major difference. I switched a lot of aspects around. I was like, oh my gosh, the damage is like way better. Like it's already great, but now it's even better. Like it's so consistent, and everything is blowing up. And the thing is, I can get even more damage because this is the frozen version of it. So everything is becoming frozen. I can get even more, like, bigger numbers. So I can get to about 6, 7 billion easily with literally the other version of Blight. So this is the frozen Blight, the paranormal Blight. Apparently that's what it's called. New kind of Blight. I like this. It's kind of cool. I just wanted to play around with it, see how it looks like, and see how it felt. And it felt really good, bro. The explosions felt kind of cool too. I enjoyed it. Everybody's getting feared, frozen, all that stuff. Every crowd control, because there's so many different crowd control effects, you're doing so much more damage. So you're stunning them, you're fearing them, you're freezing them. That's like 3 different. So that's getting like about 60% multiplicative damage on that because of your buffs, which is crazy, bro. Then with everything down with the Reaper's Pursuit and everything like that, you get another. Well, for me, I got 18% for each multiplicative for each shadow skill, and I died right there due to the freaking poison explosion. But whatever, shit happens, bro. As I said, I'm rushing it. Um, that's about a good 80% of multiplicative damage for your skills, just by that alone. And also, I got a GA on my amulet for Gloom, which is helping out a lot. I got plus 5 stats to Gloom, so my Gloom is also at 9 as well. So my stuff is doing really, really good. So I wouldn't have to get. I got pretty much the double chance to use Blight on my amulet as a GA too, because I got 2 GA amulet, which actually I thought was kind of cool because that gave me an open slot. I didn't have to put that on my weapon. It wasn't mandatory to keep it on my weapon. Because of that, it's not mandatory to keep it on my weapon. I was able to get even more damage every time I used a corpse. I got 30% corpse of that. Anytime I use a corpse, I get 30% additional multiplicative damage, which is awesome. Okay, one thing about this build is you're gonna have to focus on your occult gems. Again, I'm using the 50% additional damage over time speed, which is really good for this build. It's helping this build immensely. Is making bosses melt fast as hell, and that's why I'm using this build. It's really good. Like honestly, I think I'm gonna use this build for a long time. It feels good, it looks good. Nobody's using it. It's not super popular. It's just unique. I always liked Blight before. I was season 6 and season 5. I used Blight a lot. Season 7, I tried Blight a lot too. It worked kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Blight is making a comeback. I think Blight is doing very, very well. The damage is great, bro. You're doing upfront damage, and you're doing damage over time. And your damage over time is literally doing a crap ton. I never seen numbers like this on damage over time. So I hate this boss, by the way. This boss pisses me off. I'm not a fan of this boss. This boss, I feel like, is very time consuming. I feel like all the mechanics for this boss right here in the pit it just always pissed me off ever since like season 5. This dude pissed me off. But no, as I said, my Paragon tree 2 for this build. Again, I'm only Paragon 200, so again, I've been going crazy on bossing, and I still have yet to get the Starless Skies, and I have to make that, so I got to farm some for Ohm. That is my problem, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's really early still, like barely the end of week 1, so we're going into week 2, and which is like for anybody to even hit pit 90 without using a super meta build right now, I think you're doing great. Even if you hit pit 70, pit 80, you're doing great, bro. Like people are talking bad about people who are like barely able to finish their pits, bro. And honestly, guys, I feel like people are abusing. I said not abusing, like, but people are using the hell out of Blood Wave right now. People are literally going to Necromancer just to Blood Wave the fuck out of everything, and I'm okay with that. Like, thank you for coming to our class, all that, newcomers welcome. But you know what I'm saying, like that, the class is just not Blood Wave, and there's more to Necromancer than Blood Wave. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to Necromancer than Blood Spears. There's more to Necromancer than Minion Crow. There's a lot more. There's so much to this class that is so unique to this class. Has multiple versions of that way that we can deal damage. This class is super versatile. Okay, I really love this class. I hope other people find other ways to do great damage, because we can do more damage. There's other ways we can do great damage. We don't have to always go to Blood Wave to be able to destroy bosses and get our gear. That's just my opinion, bro. Again, I like Blood Wave. I think it looks cool. I think it's awesome. I used it. I used it to get to my pit 100. I finished my pit 100. My pit like 104, 105, and I like it. Again, Blood Wave is really cool, and I'm happy that we got all the buffs for it. It's a lot of people are using it. I didn't expect everybody to jump on the Blood Wave bandwagon, bro. I really did. Like all the people who was not a Necromancer last season, all of a sudden we have a lot. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's literally nothing wrong with that, bro. I'm happy that you guys like it here. Welcome home. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Um, Again, for the druids, there's a lot more druids too. I seen that. I was like, what the hell? There's so many druids. That's my secondary class that I play all the time. Rogues, people are snapshotting with rogues, bro. Like, man, Diablo players, man, we got to stop using only the meta. And that's just my opinion, man. We got to think outside the box, guys. Think outside the box. But yeah, see, I don't even have any of my I don't even have any of my glyphs at 100 right now. Like I'm literally trying to just get better gear. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my gearing and everything like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. I'm just grinding out, bro. I'm showing you all my gear. If I had a better Blight gloves, that'd be great. But I mean, it's okay. I got max int on almost everything. I need max int, 2 max int rings. That's my goal. 2 max int rings, and maybe a max life X. I need another one. Now that's just a big goal for me. I'm going through all my stuff, showing you my Paragon again. I need a few more points to close some things out, but I mean, for the most part, the skill tree looks okay. It's been done sloppily, honestly. Very sloppy tree. It's okay, bro. Like, don't judge my sloppy tree, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just doing content. I'm just making content, showing you what I do and showing you how I do things and showing you how I get through things and just trying to like show you that you can do multiple ways to get these pits out the way, bro. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I'm showing you all this thing and why I chose Subo for his damage over time buff, which is awesome. I like his damage over time buff. And y'all have a good one, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, for real.